I was the family disappointment compared to a dog and a goldfish. Years later, they needed me, the lawyer. Hello, Reddit+ community. Growing up, I wasn't just the youngest in my family. I was the scapegoat, the overlooked kid, the one my parents never quite figured out how to handle. I'm 34 now, a seasoned attorney known for being fierce in the courtroom. But back then, I was just the kid who couldn't match up, not even to the family pets. My name is Ethan Morales, and for most of my childhood, my parents made it clear they thought our dog had more potential than I did. I had 2 older siblings. My brother, Lucas, was the star, tall, blonde, and a natural athlete who had coaches tripping over themselves to recruit him. By his junior year, he was drowning in scholarship offers from top-tier schools for basketball. My sister, Isabella, was equally impressive, a straight-A student who breezed through classes without breaking a sweat. She was class president, won debate tournaments, and dominated science fairs. Teachers called her a prodigy. And then there was me, Ethan, clumsy, disorganized, the kid who stumbled through oral presentations, blanked out during math tests, and turned in essays that were barely coherent because I couldn't structure my ideas. My parents, Richard and Diane, were high flyers themselves. Dad was a top executive at a financial firm. Mom ran a medical clinic. Their standards weren't just high, they were crushing. And when I didn't meet them, they didn't hold back. The comparisons started when I was around 9. I'd bring home a report card with mostly C's, maybe a B or 2 if I was lucky. I thought it was decent, but Dad would lay the report card on the dining table like it was a criminal indictment. He'd sigh and say, "Ethan, I swear even Max could do better than this." Max was our golden retriever, a goofy, drooling dog who spent his days chasing squirrels. Mom would smirk and add, "At least Max pays attention when there's a treat involved. You can't even focus long enough to finish a worksheet." They weren't kidding. That became their go-to tactic for motivating me. Every time I fell short, they'd compare me to some animal. When I struggled to learn how to swim, Dad said, "Dolphins glide through water effortlessly. Maybe we should send you to their trainer." When I failed a vocabulary test, Mom quipped, "Parrots can mimic words better than you." When I tanked a science quiz, Dad scoffed, "Even a mule can learn tricks." "What's your excuse?" Isabella would sometimes pile on, saying it was humiliating to have a brother dumber than a turtle. Lucas once told his buddies I had the brain of a jellyfish. I'd force a laugh sometimes just to mask the sting. But deep down, their words carved into me. I started to believe them. I was slower, less capable. Maybe the animals were worth more than me. By my sophomore year of high school, my confidence was in tatters. I was flunking biology despite pulling all-nighters to make sense of it. One day, I brought home a test paper bleeding with red marks. The kitchen showdown was inevitable. Dad glanced at the paper and muttered, "Lab mice could run experiments better than this." Mom, stirring her tea, added, "At least lab mice contribute to progress. You can't even contribute to your own grades." Then Dad landed the final punch. "You know, they say octopuses are smarter than most people. If brains were handed out fairly, an octopus would be running a law firm, and Ethan here would be the one fetching its coffee." I didn't cry, not that day. Something in me went still like a fire had been snuffed out. I realized I had 2 paths, keep believing their words. For the full story, click the link below and watch it on our channel.